What a ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as they beat down the Washington Nationals 9-5 and improved to 11-11 on the year. Jays fans, if you loved this ball game today and you enjoy hearing me talk, first off, I appreciate that. Go check out the Blue Jays Center Instagram page. I did a post-game live stream with Steve, Mo, and Rob. It was great being on there talking with the fellas and talking about this great ball game tonight. Also, I got a chance to talk to former Blue Jay pitcher Henderson Alvarez. Go check that out on the Blue Jays Center Instagram page if you have not done so already, though, because it was a great conversation, great guy. Shout out to my boy Luis, who was on there, being my interpreter for the day. So that was fantastic to have Anderson Alvarez on there and having a chat with him. Now, let's get to this ball game. And early on, it didn't look good, right? It didn't look good. You have Max Scherzer on the mound for the Nationals and Trey Turner. First batter of the ball game against Trent Thornton takes him deep. And I'm like, oh, God, not a good start to this ball game, right? 1-0 right out of the gate. Oh, this is not good. Top of the third inning, right? Trey Turner goes deep again off Trent Thornton, and I'm like, this is not good. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if Tommy Malone faced Hernandez or if it was Thornton. I think it was Tommy Malone, and he gives up a home run, or one of them does, to Hernandez. So 3 solo shots by the Nationals, and they're up 3-0 in the top of the third. Not where you want to be sitting if you're the Blue Jays, now that you got Max Scherzer on the other side of the mound. But in the bottom half of the third inning, things change. Alejandro Kirk gets on, okay? Kevin Biggio gets on. All right, we got 2 on now. What are we going to do with it? Bo Bichette, lengthy at bat. He gets on base. Okay. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., bases loaded. Max Scherzer on the mound for the Nats. What do you think is going to happen? It's a pitch on the outer half of the plate from Max Scherzer, but what does Vlady do? He barrels this baby up, and he hits it deep to left center, and it's way gone for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a grand slam, and the Blue Jays, like that, take the lead 4-3 on a grand slam off of Max flipping Scherzer. And the Blue Jays are in front 4-3. However, you know you're in bullpen day right now, so we're still feeling a little shaky. But you go to that top half of the fourth inning, and Tommy Malone gets in a rough situation. They bring in Anthony Castro, the young phenom right now for the Blue Jays, to face, I think it was some pretty good hitters, I think it was the bottom of the lineup, actually, now that I think about it. I can't remember. I think it was the bottom of the lineup. But he gets out of the inning, not allowing a single run, ends up having the bases loaded and 1 out. Gets the ground ball double play to get out of it. Huge job for Anthony Castro in that inning. A heck of a job for him. And then in the bottom half of the fourth inning, Joe Panik leads it off with a double. We're like, all right, good stuff there. All right, let's keep the offense flowing here. Alejandro Kirk pops it up. Oh, looks tough. But then Harrison, backpedaling, dives for it. And it goes off the end of his glove, but through the right fielder's legs because he's coming in hot too. And in comes Joe Panik. Kirk's got his legs a-chugging out of that little frame of his. He's got those legs a-going. And he gets the third base on the play. The Blue Jays are now at 5-3. And Harrison, you learn that in minor league ball. You learn that when you're a little pipsqueak guy. When you're tracking a fly ball and it's behind you, especially as an infielder, you don't backpedal. That's a disaster waiting to happen because that's exactly what happened to him. Where you backpedal and you realize, oh crap, I'm not far enough, and you have to turn around at some point, but it's too late. Because if you watch the replay, he was backpedaling, then he turned and then dove for it. Not a play you want to be making, but he didn't make it. And I'm okay with it. The Blue Jays have a 5-3 lead now. This is great, great stuff. And with Kirk at third base, what does Kevin Biggio do at the dish? It's a fly ball to center field, not extremely deep, but deep enough to score Alejandro Kirk to make it a 6-3 ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, good stuff here. You got a 3-run lead now. You scored 6 unanswered runs off of Max flipping Scherzer. But the bullpen's got to hang in there now at this point, right? Bottom half of the fifth inning, off of Scherzer. Who's at the dish again? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. What does he do? He crushes another one deep to left center, and it's gone 2. His second home run of the ball game for Vlady. Adding another one on the board for the Blue Jays. They score 7 runs, I think it was like in 5 innings off of Scherzer, and they got a 4-run lead. We're looking great at this point. But then In comes Joel Payamps. Looking to get him some work in and to eat up some innings for us, but then he gives him a 2-run shot to Zimmerman, and just like that, it's a 7-5 ball game. And in comes Tyler Chatwood. It's like, not a big deal. Settles everything down. And you go to the bottom half of that 7th inning. And Vladdy comes up again with Bo Bichette on. What do you think he's going to do here? If your answer was hit an absolute moonshot, you're damn right you're correct. Because he takes the ball the other way. And if you're a baseball fan, like a hardcore baseball fan, you know that when a guy hits a line drive shot, an absolute piss missile, the opposite way out of the ballpark, it is one of the most glorious things in baseball. And Josh Donaldson did it to like the best of them for the Blue Jays. He was amazing at hitting the ball the other way. And Vladdy hits an absolute missile deep and gone to right center. Oh my, Vladdy's got 3 home runs in the game. He's got the hat trick cooking. And it gives those 2 runs right back to the Blue Jays, and they're up now 9-5. And the bullpen just kind of cools everything down, and they finish the game beautifully, winning 9-5 over the Nationals. Let's go through some of these stats before we wrap this baby up. Kevin Biggio, look at this. I will say it again about Kevin Biggio. On the right side of the field, he's comfortable and good. Left side, not at all. The problem is with Springer and Hernandez coming back from an injury, at some point, you might need Kevin Biggio to play there at third base. It's going to suck, but who else do you got? And you got to find a way to have Biggio in the lineup. Why? Because today, he went 3 for 3, had an RBI, and scored a run. And had a sacrifice fly. Got a run home. That was the RBI he had. He was great tonight at the plate. And then Vladimir Guerrero Jr. going 0 for 10, right? Going into this series. He goes 3 for 4. 3 runs scored. Obviously the 3 home runs. And 7 RBIs for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. What a day for Vladdy. He's got, 19 RBIs in like 22 games? What are we? Yeah, 22 games? Ridiculous. 7 home runs as well. The guy's fantastic. He's having a breakout season. He's seeing the ball extremely well. Vladdy, we love you. All right? Now let's talk about the bullpen. Even though the whole day was the bullpen, Thornton wasn't great. Malone wasn't great. Castro came out and he was stellar, as usual. An inning of the third, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. His stuff is nasty. The fact that he can throw 95, 96 with that wipeout slider and for strikes, both pitches, that stuff will play in the big leagues out of the bullpen, no doubt about it. The Jays, the brass, they're not telling him to go out there and do certain things. Hey, do this, do this. No. Go out there and be yourself. Go out there and be you. And you see what's happening? He's succeeding. So great job for Anthony Castro. Tim Meza went out there and faced one guy. He got that one guy, so a great job for Tim Meza. Tyler Chatwood, as I mentioned, came out and settled things down. Went an inning and 2/3. No hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Strike out 4 of the 5 guys that he faced. Great job for Tyler Chatwood. And Rafael Dolis, after the slow start to the year, slow couple outings to start the season. What a job today for Rafael Dolis. Unfortunately, it wasn't a save for him. It was a 4-run lead, but goes out there and closes the game out strong. 1 inning, 1 strikeout for Rafael Dolis. No hits, no walks. So a great job for Dolis to lock this game down and get the victory for the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, now, the finale of the 2-game set goes tomorrow night. I think it's Eric Fedde. I think it's Fedde. On the mound for the Nats, and Steven Matz gets the ball for the Blue Jays. 7:07 first pitch there at TD Ballpark as the Jays look for back-to-back W's against the Nationals, looking for win number 3 in a row, and if I'm not mistaken, win 4 of 5 or 5 of 6, something along those lines, but they've been real good and look to go 1 game over 500 for the first time since that first series of the year against the Yankees. This team has played a lot better, and they're still not healthy. This team, you can tell where this team's going. You can really see where this team's going, and it was evident there today. So a great job all around by the Blue Jays collectively in this game tonight. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game there this evening, because, damn, if you didn't, you probably weren't a Jays fan. But if you were a Jays fan and love this game, you better smack that like button. And hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game? If I didn't mention anything that you wanted to mention, let me know in the comments. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow, send me a DM, all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you've not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition on Thursday is in Denver taking on the Nuggets. I'll talk to you guys. Leafs edition tomorrow night is there in Montreal taking on the Canadiens. And as for the Blue Jays, their next contest, as I mentioned, the finale of the 2-game set against the Nationals. Tomorrow night, Eric Fetty, Steven Matz is the pitching matchup. 7:07 first pitch there at TD Ballpark. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.